Welcome to game number 3 between the Protoss and raaar. And it looks like the Protoss starts as the last time with his fast fighters to contest the map. And raaar doesn't respond in kind, he just has these slow fighters moving out just now. He also has this, oh that's a little mistake, he should move this onto the point, he's losing income, the Protoss. He paid a lot for these premium fighters and he should really use them now. That's a bit of a miss micro, but he realizes now, and he will only lose a bit of income, I think, before raaar can't really punish this. He's gonna try to go in for this fighter, and it's a good flank, and it only takes a little bit of damage in return. Oh, we lose a fighter against 2, but that's a good trade, while also retaining the income of this point a little longer. It looks like the raaar also has this flag carrier that's gonna prevent the fighter play, a lot of fighters play, and he doesn't realize that the artillery is shooting at his fighters over here, which is gonna mean he loses that ship. Yeah, it's a pretty good idea, but they're out of energy now, otherwise he could contest this point as well. He's gonna have to bring in a carrier for that, or wait for them to regenerate, or he brings in a carrier. But the raaar also has this demi-spinal warp ship. That's his mainstay of the damage. That's gonna be supported by these flagship, while the Protoss has gone for these torpedo defenses and these artillery ships. So raaar has quite a bit of point defense, so it's kind of hard to break through this point defense. And yeah, the Protoss is gonna have to make the choice if he want to move in or not. And he's just focusing on this. He just want to do the damage to these. But this ship is on hold position, so we should really take care of that. That's it's gonna be behind a bit, but he might still be able to punch through. It looks like he's gonna go for this big ship first, while engaging with the fighters on the flanks. And he's just gonna go through and deal as much damage as he can against his Orchpiss. And that's a lot of damage breaking through, but these ships are now out of energy and almost out of HP. But he's gonna go for the kill with these fighters, and it looks like he's gonna kill it. And he kills that ship as well, so that's pretty good. But now his artillery ship's focusing on the wrong thing and needs to refocus on this ship. He's gonna be able to break through pretty reliably, but he doesn't have a lot of fighters behind it. And raaar is trying to push out with fighters on his own. So it might just be enough. Yeah, these fighters are doing pretty well against these Sidewinder ships. They're pretty good, they're more maneuverable. And it looks like he's breaking through the point defense of the ship. He's gonna get it now. Just barely, yeah, he just barely gets this. And these fighters are out of energy and not gonna be able to do anything. So yeah, raaar has to move these carriers now. He hasn't lost quite yet, but he's kind of behind. Without any point defense, he has to move all the time and he's gonna be forced back. And it looks like the Protoss focus fire was pretty good here, but it looks like he's gonna take quite a bit of damage here from the fighters here. He might lose the carrier there, so yeah, he loses that. And yeah, this ship is pretty much out of energy, and this carrier is making these units deal quite a bit of damage. And he gets the final kill there. And that's pretty much a reset. Both players are pretty even. The Protoss still has a bit of map control, but he has his carrier which is going to recharge these ships, and this flag is going to prevent the fighters from getting the kill. As you can see, the demi-spinal can counter these fighters pretty well. And yes, the Protoss is still trying to contest the map and while saving up some resources. So, but that isn't enough. He just could contest for a little while, and yeah, it's gonna push out another artillery ship. And it looks like raaar is taking almost the whole map. He leaves this point to this ship. That's kind of a mistake, I'd say. You don't really want to let the opponent get 3 points like this, and you want to retake them immediately. So now raaar has the whole map, and that gives him quite a boost of income, and he chooses to spend that income on fighters. I'm not sure that's a decent choice against this artillery ship. He's gonna choose not to contend with his point defense. He's taking a bit of damage, he wants to be careful with that. And yeah, if he's careful, maybe he can drain this artillery without taking damage, while also having this carry. And he could potentially creep a bit forward with all his Sidewinders. And he's gonna do not quite just that, he moves a bit too close, but he has a bit of range reward with his fighters. And he deals a bit of damage and takes a bit of damage. And he still has map control, which is pretty bad of the Protoss to let the map control to raaar like that. He should contest map control really. And it looks like we had a EMP fighter go in and they stun and drains all their ships. That's kind of good. He still has this carry that can potentially replenish them and make them deal more damage. The Protoss is really up against the wall. His income is low here because yeah, it's basically 17 income versus 11 income, and that's really favoring raaar when he has all these points. He doesn't need to trade that efficiently. He just needs to trade the bulk with a third efficiently. And it looks like he was going in for the kill. And that's, yeah, that might be the game. The Protoss just has a few fighter less and no money in the bank. And I don't see a comeback from this. He would need to capture all the point, recapture all the point, work the sides, but this carry is coming in with his flagship as well. He has nothing to deal with his flagship that also has a damage spinal on it, so it has pretty longer range than these fighters. So that was, yeah, it looks like the end of the Protoss. Well played by raaar, out-microing his opponent in N and taking all the points, while the Protoss retreated from all the points when he shouldn't have retreated. He had a bit of an advantage there. But yeah, raaar realizing that and retook all the points and gained the economical edge and was able to trade decently. But it only needed to trade somewhat decently, so it was a good game by raaar. And this concludes the tournament. raaar was the winner of the Thanksgiving tournament. Congratulations, raaar.